Good evening and thank you for joining us for KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where we give you more news in less time. Let's get started. President Biden and former President Donald Trump went head-to-head tonight in the CNN presidential debate. With many battleground states considered a toss-up, including Georgia, a lot was riding on tonight's performance. CBS News correspondent Skylar Henry reports from Atlanta.
In a rematch from 4 years ago, President Biden and former President Trump faced off Thursday night for the CNN presidential debate, the first of the 2024 race.
What's happened to our country in the last 4 years is not to be believed.
Every single thing he said is a lie. Every single one.
The presumptive GOP presidential nominee, who's 78, questioned the 81-year-old president's fitness for office.
I really don't know what he said at the end of that sentence. I don't think he knows what he said either.
With the debate underway, sources told CBS News President Biden has a cold. Early on, he appeared to lose his train of thought.
With the COVID,
He went on to argue that Trump, who denies he lost the 2020 election, is a danger to democracy.
And now he says if he loses again, such a whiner that he is, that it could be a bloodbath.
With the election shaping up to be another close race, 1 in 5 voters tell CBS News this debate is going to help them make their decision in November. The two sparred over the economy.
Inflation's killing our country.
We have 800,000 new manufacturing jobs.
They blamed each other for the nation's broken immigration system.
We have a border that's the most dangerous place anywhere in the world.
I've changed it in a way that now you're in a situation where there are 40% fewer people coming across the border illegally. That's better than when he left office.
The candidates clashed over abortion and reproductive rights.
If I'm elected, I'm going to restore Roe v. Wade.
I believe in the exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother.
Both presumptive nominees returned to the campaign trail Friday, bringing their message directly to voters. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Atlanta.
And just into our newsroom within the last hour, Spokane police say they have arrested a suspect in a deadly shooting that happened 2 days ago. SPD's major crime unit took 23-year-old Wyatt Comer into custody earlier tonight. He is suspected of shooting and killing a person near the Serrano North and South apartments. Comer was booked into the Spokane County Jail on a charge of second-degree murder. Also new tonight, the 4 finalists for the Spokane police chief job met face-to-face with members of the public tonight as the city looks to find the next person to lead the department. KREM 2's Connor McAvoy was at tonight's public forum. He joins us live in the studio with what the finalists had to say. Connor?
Thanks, Mark. The mayor wanted to hold this forum so members of the public could meet the candidates face-to-face. They're from different parts of the country and are hoping to be the next chief of police. I spoke with one community member about something he wants to see in whoever gets the job.
I agree.
I hope that there's more of a community dialogue on which one of these candidates the community feels is appropriate.
Anwar Peace is a member of the Washington Coalition of Police Accountability. He's one of many who attended a public forum at the Spokane Public Library downtown this week, wanting to know how the prospective new police chief will solve an issue of officers' actions Peace believes could have been avoided.
For me personally, I want to know what candidates feel how they're going to address having multiple officers on the force that have multiple killings under their belt.
The 4 candidates, Kevin Hall, Matthew Murray, Tom Worthy, and Kathleen Lanier, all spoke about the issues they feel are vital to address if becoming chief. Assistant Chief of the Tucson Police Department, Kevin Hall, says the screening process is important, particularly as each department can vary in what's accepted.
What does your training curriculum look like? What does your field training officers look like? What do your sergeants look like? All of that has an impact on how that person's going to police and the accountability, the self-accountability they're going to have throughout the rest of their career.
Chief of the Yakima Police Department, Matthew Murray, says accountability among the police department isn't possible without open transparency that he says his department utilizes.
I think that providing data and making sure people can see everything, like the flock camera system, is something I really advocate for. Every single one of those hits is on our webpage and you can look it up. And I think that that's really important.
The Dalles Chief of Police, Tom Worthy, says the key to accountability in the community is making sure all sides of a case are heard.
And let the public have a voice. That's a core foundation of good criminal justice, is that even a suspect, the community, we're here to protect and represent them, that they have a voice in our operations.
And Colonel Kathleen Lanier with the Memphis Police Department says the power the chief has is something she is conscious of, and would keep that in mind if given the authority, particularly with officers with misdemeanors on their record.
If someone was caught shoplifting, got their record expunged, they can let them come on the job. But I have a problem with that. That type of thing doesn't have any type of criminal past, but it'll be vetted case by case.
Each candidate heard from the community, and in Peace's case, he hopes there'll be more opportunities for the public to voice their concerns as the candidates for chief are getting fewer.
We're really looking forward to having a change come into this community, and hopefully this police leadership will be that change agent.
So what would you
Now from
say?
here, candidates will be meeting with members of the police department on Friday. After that, Mayor Lisa Brown will be gathering input from the community and officers and make the decision on who is the new chief from there. Reporting in studio, I'm Connor McAvoy, KREM 2 News.
Connor, thank you very much. All right, let's check in now with Chief Meteorologist Jeremy Legoo. Because of all the days, today didn't seem like prime fire conditions, although we did track a couple fires today, Jeremy.
Yeah, what was most interesting to me, Mark, is that we weren't warm and we didn't have an extremely dry atmosphere. Our dew point of 40 degrees puts our relative humidity at 41% right now. It has been above 30 all day. When we're talking red flag warnings or critical fire danger, that's dew points down in the teens in single digits. So this was a day that was not prime for fire. We did have wind, but once again, the wind gusts not even at 30 miles per hour out in Moses Lake did correlate to one of those fire starts. Typically on a red flag warning day, your wind gusts are up over 30 miles per hour. So a few of those elements weren't quite in that fire criteria. We still saw some. As we move through the remainder of the evening, wind does continue to die down, and we do get rid of all of that moisture. Just in the past hour, a lot of that activity winds down in northeast Washington and North Idaho. It moves out, and tomorrow we head into a much drier weather pattern. 77 on Friday, 83 Saturday, 83 Sunday with a isolated shower.
All right, sounds good, Jeremy. I'll check back in with you later in the show. And now to our night beat with a quick look at the day's top stories. We are now one step closer to the murder trial for Brian Kohberger. In a hearing this morning, attorneys agreed to a date set next summer for the trial. This case has seen several delays already, but this is the first time attorneys on both sides confidently agreed to set the trial for June of 2025. In the hearing today, the judge pointed out it's been a little over a year since the suspect's arraignment.
It makes sense that we do the trial in the summertime when high school is out across the street and when the university is out and the conflicting activities.
That's the time frame that we have been working towards. I am hopeful that we can come in there. We're working towards that date. I think it's reasonable to set that date.
Several victims' family members shared statements today, including the family of Kaylee Gonzalez, who said in part, quote, "It was a good day today. We were able to get a trial date set and things appear to be moving forward. We are hopeful the trial stays in Latah County so as not to disrupt the scheduling order, and we are paying for more delays," unquote. You can find that full statement as well as one more from Maddie Mogan's father on our website. Just head on over to KREM.com. The U.S. Supreme Court officially ruled today to dismiss an appeal from Idaho officials on whether the state's strict abortion law conflicts with federal law. It means emergency abortions in Idaho are allowed at least for now. We first reported on this yesterday when that decision was accidentally leaked to the public. We'll have more on the ruling today and what it means coming up in 5 minutes. In an executive session last night, the Spokane Public School Board decided not to put a $200 million bond back on the November ballot. The decision was made citing unchanged public opinion, the city's potential tax measure, and low positive support.
This whole process has been frustrating. Yeah, again, knowing that the bond failed and we aren't working on the schools that are ready to be worked on.
The board president says the next steps will be deciding what type of bond package to offer to the public, including a potential decrease in the amount. We might not see the bond return to the ballot until February of next year. And that was your night beat. To learn more about any of these stories, just head to our website. That's KREM.com. And that was your KREM 2 News 10 at 10, where you get more news in less time.